So we're on to our way to a Baby Umbrella, which is a charity based in Kent that helps with newborn babies and just babies in general, but they help mums and stuff with different things like breastfeeding, finding the right bras, slings, all these different things. So we went last week to see the lactation consultant, and now we are just, she said come back, so we're on our way back. And also I just have loads of questions about improving it and different things like that. So we managed to, what time is it? Oh, we're a little bit behind, but not too bad. I'm having a protein and strawberry smoothie that Sam kindly made for me. And then after that we've got osteo for baby Solaris, and hopefully there's some improvement there. But other than that, it's another lovely day. And then we've just got to stay at home all afternoon for the health visitor. My C-section scar is really annoying at the moment because for about a week it's been opened, and I've been to the doctors. Well, I called the midwife first. Can we turn the music off, please? Or just pause it because it's a bit loud and distracting for me. So yeah, so it's been seeping through. I had an infection swab by the midwife. She said it looks fine, didn't do anything about it. The next day I was like, no, this is getting really bad, and it's like really inconvenient because it's going through all my clothes and stuff. And also it's just worrying that it's so much. So anyway, the nurse dressed it for me, and she said come back on Thursday and we'll reassess. But she said it should be fine by then, but it's not. It's Monday and it's still seeping through. Now 2 layers of dressing, because we topped it up because it was going through the initial dressing, which is, it's just really uncomfortable and inconvenient. Like, I'm just worried that it's going to go through my clothes today, and then that's it. There's nothing I can do about it. So we've got the health visitor coming. Obviously know that their job is not to help me, it's more focused on the baby. But I'm going to see if she can redress it or what she advises. So I'm hoping she's not too early but not too late this afternoon, so that we can figure out our plan, whether I need to go and have it restitched or just wait till Thursday and have it redressed. But I just say that the discharge, Solaris, baby girl, the discharge information about C-sections is rubbish. Like, I've no clue what I'm doing, and you feel super unprepared, despite it being such a significant surgery. And there's a lot of like care that's involved with that. So back in hospital again. I spoke to my midwife today, and she was a bit concerned about my bleeding C-section scar. So they've asked me to come in for a doctor to have a look, and we will go from there. But other than that, I'm just having a little feed with Solaris, waiting in the bed. Hoping that they see us soon. We don't really want to be here longer than we need to. It's one of those things that I bet it's going to be like 5 minutes, but we're waiting ages just for a doctor to become available. And I just want to go home, have a shower and go to bed. But I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. But we've had a breakthrough with breastfeeding today, which is good. It's just getting more comfortable, easier, not as painful. So very pleased about that.
Was working like 10 years in the sheep.
Oh my god.
And they like it.
So I've started the morning with a really nice lion. So I managed to look after Solaris whilst I was sleeping for a couple of hours in the morning. And then I just fed her, watched a bit of TV, and then we've had a massage. So Sam's just finishing his massage off, and I've just had some lunch, and then I'm basically walking the dog for a bit whilst walking Solaris, because she was a bit agitated. She just likes to be on the move, and this sling is just amazing because I just can relax, and I know that she's comfortable and she loves being in it. So Biggie and I are on a walk. I'll show you Biggie. There he is. We've tried to find as much shade as possible because it's very hot today. We're about to go back into the sun, but it's bloody hot. So it is day 17, 18, 19 of being a mum, and about 2 days ago I was admitted to hospital because I have been complaining of not feeling well. That's why I've been in and out of hospital for so regularly. Obviously we've had like appointments for Solaris, but even during those appointments I would kind of say I'm really not feeling well, and there's just like something wrong. And yeah, and so they eventually ended up doing a second swab on my scar. The first one said that there was no infection, and as well as that they also took some blood to see if there was an infection or any infection marker showing there. And then we had our midwife appointment on the Friday, so today is Sunday, and as soon as we got there she was like, so I've had a look at your results from the swab and the blood tests and they both show that you've got infection. So she called triage, and triage basically said, yeah, we think you should come in. So I came in, they did blood tests and checked all my blood pressure, temperature, pulse, and it wasn't particularly too worrying at that time. But then my observations started to increase, so my blood pressure went up to 39.4, not my blood pressure, my temperature went up to 39.4, my blood pressure stays the same. Excuse me. My blood pressure is naturally very low, so it doesn't really change that much. People just think it's normal, but I'm like, it's just, that's high for me. But my pulse is high, it's over 100. So that started to happen, and then I went into that, all my symptoms of fever. So I had, I was really cold, so I had like loads of blankets on me, but this room is really hot, so everyone was like, you need to try and not cover yourself in all these blankets, and I was like, I can't, I'm so cold. Shivering, just feeling unwell, headaches. And then at about 2 a.m, not last night, the night before, the doctor came in because my results were obviously just getting worse, and he was like, we need to do more blood tests because we need to check whether your infection markers are changing. Then he started talking about sepsis and was a bit worried about my infection levels. And then I had a panic attack, and I have never ever had a panic attack like that before. It was like full-blown chest crushing, back pain. I couldn't breathe, I was like choking, coughing, gagging, retching. Couldn't breathe properly. And I had 2 midwives looking after me, just like dabbing me with wet towels and stuff because I was sweating so much. And once I'd managed to calm down, it took ages, the doctor took more blood. I'm still yet to know what the information was on those blood tests, because the doctor hasn't come to see me since, but the midwife said that the doctor wants me for another 24 hours of IV antibiotics,
So I've had one set of 24-hour antibiotics. I'm now in my second day, so my next one is due at 9 a.m. And then 5 p.m. and hopefully between now and then, with my blood tests, it shows that they're coming down and I can have oral antibiotics and I can go home tonight. I really don't want to have to stay here another night. Something I found really hard is, like, I feel like I'm wasting my life, which sounds ridiculous because I've just had a baby, but I'm day 19 or whatever it is, and all I can remember is being in and out of hospital, or the doctors. I haven't been able to do anything fun, except for one thing, which was go to a wedding, which was lovely. That's like a distant memory. I feel like I'm missing out on the weather. It's been amazing here in the UK, and I'm just sat in hospital all the time, or sat at home because I'm feeling too unwell. My body feels weak and I'm fed up with one thing after the other. Like, is my scar is bleeding too much, so everything's uncomfortable and it's seeping through my trousers, so I look like a mess. Or is my headaches, and they just make me feel horrendous. And then it was cold sore, so I've literally had a cold sore for the last 3 days, so that's another thing that's really, really annoying. I hate cold sores. Nobody likes them, but like, I really, really hate them. So yeah, I feel a bit rough. I feel like my body's let me down a bit. Last night was the first night without Solaris since having her. My mum came and she's staying at my home, looking after her to do the night shift, just so that I could get a good night's sleep, which is what I did. I fell asleep at about 10:30, and then I'll get woken up for my IV at 1 and my observations at 1. I also had to pump, so 1 a.m. and then just now at 6 a.m. I had to have blood tests again, hence this, and then I actually had the blood taken from around here somewhere. So yeah, so hopefully in the next 2 hours I find out whether I'm able to go home, or whether I have to stay here. We'll see. Very frustrating waiting, but it is what it is. Just found out that I'm being discharged, hooray. So I'm just packing up my room, and then Sam's gonna come and get me, and then we're just gonna go. But I'm feeling like a new woman today. I feel so much better. I don't have this horrible headache. It is mad how much an infection can make you feel so rubbish. This was a lovely day, and I just feel like I don't want to sit inside at home and do nothing. I know everyone's gonna be like, you need to rest, but I've been resting, and this is also about my mental health, not just my physical health. So I'm going to see if I can go and do something, like go for a nice walk, go to the water, do something nice near water, because I feel like I want to see some water. My mum's here, so I'll spend some time with her as well. So yeah, I'm so pleased. I'm on 10 days of antibiotics, and I have to take probiotics because it will give me other illnesses like thrush and stuff. But that's fine. I'm okay with that. But yeah, looking forward to being home and hopefully now just getting life back on track and not feeling so rubbish all the time. So it's a Monday morning and we're on our way to the lactation consultant, followed by the osteo for the 3rd Monday in a row. So it's week 3. We are having to get there at 9:30 a.m. because it's our osteo's at 11 a.m. It was the only time she could do, otherwise it was like late in the afternoon, and because they're close to each other we like to put them back to back. I'm having, Sam's made me a protein shake but with greens in, and I really hate the look of it. It's so grim. It's like mouldy protein shake. And
She meant to say it was thank you.
it was, no, I do appreciate it, thank you, but you forced me to eat greens and I'm like,
Because the doctor said you need good stuff in there.
yeah, probiotics. So I'm on antibiotics. I'm on a 10-day course of antibiotics. So I have to get some probiotics. I actually have to go and buy them. But it's mad how different I feel now compared to how I have felt since having the baby, since having 48 hours of IV antibiotics. Like, I just thought I was sleep deprived, and that's why I felt so rubbish. But I obviously was so unwell, because I wouldn't be able to, I couldn't even record vlogs because I was so low and tired and headachy and felt rubbish. So I'm feeling a lot more positive. It's about 30 degrees today here in the UK, which is amazing. I'm just hoping it continues now that I'm better, because I want to really be able to enjoy it. And then I just don't know when we're going to walk the dog, but we've brought the dog with us so that he gets some stimulation. But because it's so hot, I think we'll have to wait until the evening. But other than that, it's a good day. It's a lovely day. Biggie's in the back, Sam's in the front, baby's in her car seat, protected by Biggie. Yeah, I haven't cooked in a while, so I've made myself a nice little wrap, but I can't do the wraps up, so they're open wraps with chicken, cheese, tomato, salad, coleslaw, and honey and harissa. Yum yum yum. So she's officially in her 3rd week of living. I've managed to get 2 really good night's sleeps in a row, because we're staying at my husband's parents, so my parents-in-law. So in the early mornings they take her and look after her so I can sleep, which is so lovely, because I wake up feeling really good. Had my gallstone appointment yesterday, my MRI scan, so I'm hoping to get the results of that back soon. I might actually call them today and ask how long should I expect to wait. But yeah, just on a walk with Biggie and Solaris. It's very humid, I'm sweating, but I'm hoping to have just quite a chill day. I'm feeling really motivated and much more myself, which is such relief, because I hate feeling helpless and vulnerable and unwell and just I can't be bothered to do anything, and I have no drive to do anything. Whereas today I'm pumped. I've got things I want to do, things on my mind. Solaris is, we're getting used to her routine a lot more, and that's really helpful. But life is good today. We're stuck in the rain trying to wait it out underneath the tree. So I wanted to quickly talk about the kind of first few weeks of having a baby and the shock to the system that everybody tells you about, because it's so different for everybody. I've seen people really thrive, I've seen people really struggle, and I think I'm kind of in the middle of that spectrum. And I think it also has a lot to do with the way that you give birth. For example, if you have a C-section, you're recovering for longer, so I do find that it's a lot harder potentially than a vaginal birth, because you can't move as well. Your body is not only recovering from giving birth, but is also, you've got a scar to deal with. And me personally, I've had a lot of issues with my scar. It's got infected. I've had to be in and out of hospital because of the infection. I am constantly having to dress it, worry about what knickers I'm wearing, different things like that. And although it sounds like very minute things, they do really build up. Like the simple thing of knickers, you know, like it can't sit on your kind of just underneath, because it will rub against your scar and it can infect it and hold lots of moisture and different things like that. Things that I found really hard as well is like, although I'm breastfeeding, it's like the boob leakage really gets me, because I feel uncomfortable. The sweating, the amount of sweating from the hormones is really, really tough to deal with at night, because I wake up in just like dripping in sweat and it's all on my back. It's really uncomfortable and I'm not used to being like that. So it's a massive adjustment, not only from having a baby, but also like all your physical changes that you're going through. Now, I can't speak for people who have had vaginal births. I can imagine they have their own whole set of issues that they're dealing with vaginally. But yeah, that they're just kind of a few things that you just don't think about that are a bit of an issue. Shoulder ache, backache. Nobody tells you about these things, but just getting used to breastfeeding or carrying a baby can lead to, like, I've had like such bad shoulder issues since having her, because I carry her on my right so much. I do try and make an effort to carry on both sides now, but even still. So yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at the moment. We're well into week 3. And I had a gallstone flare up this week, so that was a bit of an issue, because it sets me back from like a tired fatigue perspective. And it makes me just not want to do anything, because I could be up all night, just struggling with gallstone issues, pain, just trying to get through it. So yeah, but it's lovely weather today. I'm going to make today a good day. I feel very motivated. I'm on a walk with Biggie and Solaris. Look at how gorgeous she is. She's in there. Oh, my thumb's in the way. That's professional. Yeah, look at that. And Biggie's just coming up behind me. Where have you gone? Right behind me. There you are. And then I'm going to go to the shops. There's loads of things we need. Like, we need to top up our nappies, washing up sponges, cream, body cream, you know, those things. So I'm going to go and do that this afternoon and get out of the house. I'm going to drive for the first time since having my C-section. So we'll see how that goes. Hello, little girl. You've been sleeping such a long time. So it's Saturday morning, and she's nearly a month old. My bad. And I've managed to just breastfeed her all morning. I've had a really relaxing morning. Just like on and off breastfeeding her lying down. We're practicing lying down breastfeeding, side lying breastfeeding, because she's not great at it. She finds it hard to latch, and there's lots of like, which can be frustrating, and also sometimes she just bites and it hurts. So we're getting better. She's currently just chilling in her swing, and I've managed to kind of clean the kitchen. Nice and tidy. It doesn't look tidy, there's clutter, but we work with it. But yeah, nice and tidy. Also, I just wanted to show this because it's just real life. I'm wearing my favourite outfit, my nappy, my bra with my breast pads in. You can see it sticking out here. And I ripped my butt yesterday putting it on because I've had a shower. So like it was like, you know, when you try and pull things up, and they just get caught. So I ripped it. So anyway, we embrace, we live, we move on. So yeah, so that's our morning. It's Sam's birthday tomorrow, so I'm gonna just get together a little bag of stuff. We're not doing gifts this year, although I've just got him like toiletries and things that he likes, you know, just to make him feel good. And I did get him a little like foot and handprint thing that we can all do together as a family for Solaris for his birthday. So that is the plan. I'm going to get that all together, and then I think I'm going to try and go through her clothes today because she's starting to grow out of some of her newborn stuff. Yesterday she was in something that was literally too small for her, but I was like, I'm adamant she's going to wear this at least once. So I'm going to go through her drawer and just check if there's anything we need to kind of just put away now for the next baby. So yesterday I went to B&M and I just got loads of toiletries because we're running out. So I'm going to go through mine first. I used to use these all the time to wash my body, and then they just broke. So then I didn't have any more and I've just stopped using them. But now that I'm pregnant and sweaty, and pregnancy, why do I keep saying pregnant? Now that I've had a baby and I'm constantly sweating and my hormones are everywhere and I just stink all the time, I feel like I need to just properly scrub. So I bought these 2 body puffs. I use Mitchum, and although like I still feel sweaty and smelly, now it's just like different level. I've gone for the spray to see if I can just use that and then the spray on top. I'm going to give it a go, see if it works. It's just one of those things with postpartum that is an issue. I was pre-warned. I've treated myself to a moisturising foot mask. I did a foot peel about a month ago and my foot is disgusting. It's so dry and still peeling, so I feel like I need to moisturise it deeply. I looked for a cream that I could use, like a bottle, but I couldn't find anything, so that will have to do, and then I'll look on Amazon for something. Just some body cream that I can use daily because my skin is so dry. Some face wash because I just feel like at the moment I'm just dirty. I just feel really dirty, so I have got everything that can clean me. Obviously standard toothpaste, just need to top up. I've never tried these, so I'm going to give them a go. So my hair's been quite dry since being pregnant, and then it's actually got better recently since having her, but I just want to do a little bit of hair TLC, so I'm going to give that a go. I just thought that looked quite nice, just as a general shampoo, because I usually use Tresemme, but I know that I need to kind of look at this, so sulfate free, and also just looking at like what's not in it. And then I like the fact that it's got vitamin E and that it's coconut, so hopefully it will just moisturize my hair. Also trying this because, as I said, my hair's really dry at the moment, so giving it a go. Who knows if they work, but I don't usually spend that much money on shampoo conditioner, but I treated myself to these. And then this is just a bit nicer, just something to just change it up in terms of body wash, and hopefully I feel clean because I feel dirty all the time. And then this is what I got Sam. So it's his birthday tomorrow and we said no gifts, but I just thought I would treat him to some things. I saw this, we travel a lot, so, and he loves to be organised and he's very good at folding and stuff, so I thought this might be nice for him. We always use a plastic bag for our laundry when we travel, so this is going to be really handy. He's training a lot at the moment, so obviously magnesium bath salts, so they're very thoughtful. Also moisturising foot mask, he's got crusty feet. And then just thought I'd try this as like a little extra thing. He likes minty things, so yeah. And then this is quite an expensive deodorant. It says thermic resistant. I don't know what that means, but I know that he's been sweating a lot recently and he's trying out different deodorants, so I thought I'd get him that one. And then these are for Solaris, so we'll do the Clean Touch ink pads on his birthday or sometime this week, so that we can do little foot and handprints. And that is pretty much it. And then just some tooth flosses to top him up because he's run out. So yeah, that is it for Sam and I, my little B&M haul. It came to about £51, and I think that is pretty good for all of that stuff. So today we had our first trip out, just us two. We went for a walk with my Happy Parent, Happy Baby group. So if you know what NCT is, it's basically NCT. It was the course that we did in the lead up to having her. So the mums got together and we did a walk around the park, had a little drink in the cafe. It was really, really lovely. But she's been super stimulated. She's been amazing. She's didn't cry. She didn't poop herself. mess. There was a bit of sick. It's been a sicky morning. When I got to the park, which was about a 30-minute drive, she had to sick all down, so she'd been sick while we were in the car. But yeah, I've just come back. I've had some lunch and I'm just feeding her now, and then we're gonna walk Biggie and then pick up Sam from the station. So yeah, we've had a really lovely day. I'm feeling so much better. I've only got 2 more full days of antibiotics left. So hopefully I will be all cleared up by then. I'm also getting the hang of the nighttime routine, which is making things a lot easier. And also just hearing the stories of other mums and their nighttime stresses and struggles. Like, I've got it so easy and I'm so grateful for that. I'm just not used to waking up, obviously, but some people have really, really tough times and it goes on for weeks and weeks and weeks. So we're in a good position. Hopefully it stays that way. I'm also finally managing to breastfeed without any nipple shields, which is amazing. Don't have to deal with that faff, and I can just breastfeed. I breastfed out in public for the first time today in the cafe. It was really nice to do it with other mums who are breastfeeding as well, because it just felt a lot more comfortable and like no judgment. So that made such a difference. But yeah, we're gonna watch some TV while we're feeding and then go for a little walkie. Oh, my hair, it's always a mess. Mum life, eh? So we are on our way to surprise some of my clients with meeting Solaris. They've been so lovely and generous and have just been giving me cards and gifts non-stop throughout this process. So I'm going to surprise them by letting them meet her. We're coming up to 4 weeks, so she's still little, which is nice. Look at this grey hair just sticking up. I've noticed that my hair is breaking, you know, like that postpartum hair. You can't really tell. I know that it's shorter in some places. I've also just sorted out her passport last week. I have to send off her birth certificate to the passport office, so I'm going to post that today. Finally got an envelope, and then just take the dog for a walk and do some Amazon Prime shopping because it's Prime Day, and there's a few things that I want to get for things like holiday for the baby. I need to top up on things like breast pads, see if I can get any discounts there, and just make the most of Prime Day. But that's the plan for today. Other than that, it's another really good day. I'm feeling a lot better. I've just remembered I haven't taken my antibiotics. I need to go and take my antibiotics now. So back in the house I go. But yeah, it's a lovely sunny day. I get to enjoy the sun. It hasn't disappeared yet, which I'm really, really grateful for.
Every night they look at me. I don't know what's going on. People walking over me. I try to push them away. Keep on following your trails.
So she is officially 4 weeks today. She's very, very asleep. But yeah, that is the conclusion of month 1 of being mum. Maternity diaries. It's been a complete whirlwind. I'm really hoping that month 2 is a little bit more settled. Obviously, it's nothing to do with her. It's all to do with kind of me and the infection that I've had and my gallstones, and just getting used to this new life that I've got. So we will see how it goes. Please don't forget to subscribe if you want to kind of follow the journey. I've also started posting some short form content, so some reels, some shorts and stuff. So if you do want to have a little follow, you can find me on Rosaria's Mum Life. So just look on Instagram and TikTok. Other than that, we're going to be chilling for the rest of the evening. It's about 7 p.m. here, and we're going to have a meal that I made before I had the baby that I've just defrosted. So it's I think it's beef. I didn't label any of them, so it's very much lucky dip.